Hey, yo, what the f***? This is a palace right here.
The late night flight is paid for by the following. Time to play the game where we find out who's capping. It is... This is some bullshit. This is the game where we find out if this is the bullshit. You already know I have the one and only our co-producer Smarts. What's going on?
What's good?
Yo, what's good with you?
Chilling, I'm chilling, hanging in there, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Word?
Word.
All right, let's get this going. Stunt double for former Detroit Piston great Bill Laimbeer and New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy has announced a new program designed to incentivize state residents to get vaccinated by offering them free beer. We're not going to be afraid to try new things, Murphy said, as he dubbed the program, get this, Smarts, shot in a beer. Smarts, I ask you, is this the bullshit that instead of New Jersey citizens getting vaccinated just to have a round of Blue Moon, we could have all held out for at least 2 more months so we can get negotiated, well, not so we can get negotiated, so that we could negotiate free rent for vaccination.
Word, that is some BS.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could have, yeah.
I mean...
And those that own property, they need that money.
The Portland Trailblazers has put a tweet out quoting the new 10th leading scorer in NBA history, Cheerio himself, Carmelo Anthony. Here's the quote that he said. A couple years ago, I didn't think I was going to be in this moment. I was out of the league for whatever reason. I'm back. I persevered. I stayed strong. I stayed true to myself. And now I'm here in the top 10. Smarts, I ask you, is it the bullshit he ain't do it as a Knick?
He sure should have did it as a Knick. That's some big bull. You supposed to do that at home, bro.
He bugging. First of all, he ain't want to play with Amore. He ain't want to play with Linsanity. LeBron don't even want him as a Laker. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was supposed to do that at home, man.
And finally, 20-year-old entangler in training and co-host of Will Smith's Red Table Talk, Willow Smith, reunited Jada Smith's band Wicked Wisdom on the most recent episode of Red Table Talk as a surprise Mother's Day gift. Smarts, I ask you, Smarts, I ask you, did Willow do the bullshit by gift wrapping her mother August in May? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. You ain't gotta answer that. You already know it's the bullshit. I mean, come on, Willow. Just give your mother August in May. She already had it. Might as well gag it. Thank you. You. Bye-bye.
You got me at Entangler and Traded.
Hold on. Everybody on their mountain, everybody marching for a young nigga like me to get tsunami on it. I'ma get it, I'ma win it, baby. I'll be on my curry till I crash your bird 40 on the text. Yeah, I'm acting nerdy if it's at the Appalachian to the Appalachian. I'ma do whatever that they take to make a black nation. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sweets, and I'm your chief flight attendant. On behalf of the pilot and the entire crew, welcome aboard the Late Night Flight. And here is your captain, the Nile River of New Jersey, the pilot of Tuskegee Training, the greatest honey badger who has ever lived, the creator of Black Pilot Radio and the Late Night Flight. Here is the victorious one, Nisor Nuru.
To all of my passengers, I just want to say hello to you. We will be taking off in 5 minutes. Please, before we do us a solid. Give us a like on our Facebook page. Please, also, double tap us and follow us on Instagram at The Late Night Flight. Please do the same on Twitter. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iHeartRadio. You can find us on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever podcasts are available. But let me get into my piece. I do not know what was Senator Tim Scott's problem, okay? Senator Tim Scott had a response to President Biden's address to a joint session of Congress not too long ago. And he said that America isn't a racist country. Yeah, I know. Did you hear that? Let me tap my mic for a second. Is this thing on? Are you serious? America isn't a racist country? If America wasn't a racist country, I couldn't read off my man's wiki the way I'm about to read off it right now. Here we go. Since 2010, Black Senator and Black Republican token Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina has been in the field of political science. And since January 2017, Scott has been one of 11 African Americans to have served in the U.S. Senate. and the first to serve in both chambers of Congress as a senator and as a member of the House of Representatives. He is the 7th African American to have been elected to Senate and the 4th from the Republican Party. He is the first African American senator from South Carolina, the first African American senator to be elected from the Southern United States since 1881. Okay, I think that's slavery, Tom. I don't even know yet, but anyway. In addition to his political career, he is also a breadwinner in the insurance game. He owns an insurance agency entitled Tim Scott Allstate. Let me say that one more time. In addition to his political career, he also gets insurance bread because he owns his own, authorized private retailer of Allstate entitled Tim Scott Allstate. So, Tim, my man, you are a successful young black man in this racist country. What do you got to say about that?
The country where my grandfather in his 94 years saw his family go from cotton to Congress in one lifetime.
Oh, no. You got bars, bro. Say that one more time. Yo, people didn't hear that. I don't think Nas and Hov heard that. They may want to put you on a feature with DJ Khaled. Say that one more time.
The country where my grandfather in his 94 years saw his family go from cotton to Congress in one lifetime.
You went from cotton to Congress in one lifetime. Are you out your cotton picking? You know what? I won't even do that. That's not nice. So in 2018, you were also interviewed by Tim Alberta, a national political reporter for Politico magazine, where you said, God made me black on purpose for a specific reason. It has helped me to help others who have been locked out of an opportunity in many ways. Huh? If you're going to say something like that, then America has to be a racist country. They wouldn't give you all of your accolades the way they did on Wiki if this wasn't a racist country. Trump would not have you to the left of him having these, having these press conferences and have you as a black face, no pun intended, if this wasn't a racist country. Now, you can say, hey, you wrote up these laws and you did this and you did that. But guess what? As long as you're a Republican writing laws, guess who's not going to let you have those laws? The Democrats. That's how that's going to happen. But you know what? That's cool. That's cool. I'm not a politician. I don't get paid to, act like I like people. Let's talk about someone that most people do like. All right. And we're talking about Vice President of the Players Club, Lisa Ray, a.k.a. Yardie Queen herself, Vice President Kamala Harris, because she had to, respond to what you said, Tim Scott. This is what she said.
Senator Tim Scott said last night that America is not a racist country. Do you agree with that? And what do you make of his warning against fighting discrimination with more discrimination?
I believe that we need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today. And I applaud the president for always having the ability and the courage, frankly, to speak the truth about it. He spoke what we know from the intelligence community. One of the greatest threats to our national security is domestic terrorism manifested by white supremacists.
Domestic terrorism? Manifested by white supremacy? Hold on. Joe Biden's home health aide just got on my goddamn nerves. America's not racist, but y'all let former Grand Wizard of the KKK, David Duke, get to hang out at ShopRite and buy produce still to this day. Why is he not exiled out of this country? For the last 8 years running, y'all have found ways to get the Latino and Hispanic community out of y'all way because y'all know they're going to multiply like hotcakes in 60 years, okay? In 60 years, it may be President Gutierrez, President Jennifer Lopez, President Alex Rodriguez, and there's nothing y'all can do about it because this country is run by the population, not by anything else. It's all about how many people exist in this country. And since this country is governed by white people, that means, and is populated by white people, overpopulated by white people, 62% of this country by white people, that means it gets to be governed in the eyes of a white American, in the spirit of the white American. Now, Tasha, check me out. I know I asked you to wear your Norfolk State University paraphernalia. Even though the audience doesn't see that, all right? So we got some bright yellow shirts on. We looking real good. Our melanin right now is looking real good with these colors. However, we did it because we like to do research, all right? We have researched why this country is actually racist, for those who did not know. So Tasha, take it away.
Well, I brought up a couple of fun facts on why America isn't racist. Let's say 14-year-old Emmett Till lost his life in 1955 for whistling at a white woman, aka Becky, but he got killed for what? Because he was Black. Then we have the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Why was this passed if this America isn't racist? Because Blacks didn't have the right to vote. But did you know in the year 2000, Alabama Amendment 2, known as the Alabama Interracial Marriage Amendment, was a proposed amendment to the Alabama Constitution to remove Alabama's ban on interracial marriage. In the year 2000.
I bet you Vice President Kamala Harris would have not liked that with her white husband. But anyway, continue.
Fun fact about that is it was approved with a 60% approval. The 40%, what about them? They're not racist. But last year, Louisville, Georgia just made plans to remove the Market House, a historic marker that has been sitting in the middle of the city for over 220 years. So the Market House was where they sold slaves. But yet we aren't racist, but we have people to this day driving in that city, looking at this big marketplace in the center of their city where they were selling women, children, babies for money, because I forgot we were cattle. But America is not racist, and those are a couple of fun facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened through the trials and tribulations while you're seated. In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around the drink menu as well as the brunch menu. We only have chicken or waffles or both, so choose wisely. And thank you for flying the late night flight.
The real-life version of Lex Luthor, Elon Musk, is crowdsourcing ideas for his upcoming Saturday Night Live appearance. And he's even pitching some of his own sketch ideas on social media. All right? He wasted no time sharing some ideas that he wanted to see come into reality. So check these out, Natasha. You let me know if you think this is funny. He has one called Irony Man. Okay, not Iron Man, Irony Man, a character who defeats villains using the power of irony. What you think about that? You think that's funny?
Nah.
Okay, what about this one? What about Baby Shark and Shark Tank who merge to form, get this, Baby Shark Tank? What about that?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
What about woke James Bond? You like the theory in that? Woke James Bond?
No.
I wonder, would woke James Bond just wake up black?
Probably.
Who would you want to see as a black James Bond? I would go with Idris Elba for me personally. What about you?
What's the guy on Snowfall? You know, I can't think of his name, but the guy from Snowfall, he'll be a nice James Bond.
Is he the main character, the young black
The main
kid?
character, yeah.
Really?
The one from, yeah.
Really? You think he'd be good?
Yeah, I think he'll be good.
Oh, I bet. I mean, if it wasn't going to be Idris, I probably would just, go Michael B. Jordan. Why not? Because he's doing all the action movies right now anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I dig it. Now, the Weekend Update co-host and first black lead writer of Saturday Night Live, Michael Che, said that this would be awesome. He said having Musk host would be exciting. He's the richest man in the world, and how could anybody not be excited for that? Now, this is historic because even though Trump is now technically a politician, so they have politicians either host or be featured on Saturday Night Live, but they never had a non-celebrity CEO host Saturday Night Live. So me personally, I definitely believe that He had an army helicopter, right? Just flying over the Hudson with a big ass yacht, right? And then they dropped the yacht in the water. Elon Musk was already on the yacht. He drove the yacht because he has a Vladimir Putin syndrome. He has to control everything. So he personally drove the yacht, pushed the captain aside. No, I'm the captain now, Captain Phillips style. I'm driving to the coastline of the Hudson, getting to New York City. He already has a Cybertruck ready for him already, all right? And him and Lucifer just drove down 30 Rockefeller to NBC Studios, went to go talk to Lorne Michaels and said, look, me and Lucifer here, we're trying to figure out how much it costs to host. And he said 10 million. And he said, Lucifer, what you think? Hey, yo, we about to make this hot. Pay him. And he said, yo, you got a Cash App, Venmo? What you got, bro? I got you right now. I'll see you May 8th. And this is wild to me because I didn't even know Elon Musk was funny. All right. So, Tasha, what's your thoughts about a non-celebrity CEO getting to host Saturday Night Live? Like, how much you think it costs Elon Musk to host Saturday Night Live?
I said about 10 mil too. That was my thing. All I know is if he makes jokes about the Dogecoin, that's good because my Robinhood account is going up a little bit. So that's all I care about.
You know what?
Robinhood.
You know what? That actually was a funny joke. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know what? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna do some things that I usually don't do. No. Matter of fact, say the joke one more time. Say it's all good. Say the joke one more time. I got your back. Go ahead.
I mean, as long as he makes a... See, why you put me on the spot? All right.
Just do it. It's all right. Go ahead. Do it.
I mean, all I know is as long as he makes a joke about the Dogecoin, that's all that matters to me because my Robinhood account has been going up this week.
The captain has informed me that it's time to get them woofers to banging. New music, I repeat, new music, on the fastest rising podcast and podcast entertainment. Thank you for flying the late night flight.
Look. Look, check it. Look, big talks for the old boys. Feedback, that's old noise. Guys looking what 4 toys will knock them down if you know noise. That chicken talking too wild. That chicken wanting to flex. Look, my chicken talking too wild. And my chicken gonna need some respect. These chicken think they're a threat. Look, my chicken coming for next. Look, my chicken play with the tech. And the tech gon' play with his vest. Look, big bull, big pig. I got girls with me. Look, big bull, big pig, and my dog's OG. Look, end up in willing to park. Look, I hop out the range, Iron Man, push a start. Look, in the car feel like Tony Stark. Look, and you know I'm lurking when it's dark. Look, and I got a gas on like, and I got my mask on like, showing my ass on like, riding around with Scooby. Look, knock his head off, riding around with Scooby. Look, knock his dread off, probably kill his man. That's the dead loss. That's the dead loss.
What the This that pilot right here. Thank you for flying the late night flight. It's time for me versus Google, not you, the captain.
All right, I have the CEO of BBS Entertainment, the one and only Jersey, is with me on the late night flight, as always, on our Me versus Google segment. Now, usually, we would go get something from Google and put this on blast. But today, we're going to do something special. Top 10 90s rap acts, okay?
Yeah.
The 90s was a dope decade. It had some of the best rap artists, some of the best rap groups. So Jer said, yo, we're not going to do just rap solo acts. We're going to put some groups in the top 10 too. I'm like, of course we will. You're the plug, whatever that you need, my man. So, Jers, start us off. You run down your 10, because the first 5 I heard, not the first 5, but I'm talking about from 10 to 6, you don't really have numerical. You just got names. And then from 5 to 1, you're like, your top 5 is like solid from what I hear.
Facts.
Okay, so take us away, bro.
All right, so even though I don't have a number,
okay,
we're going to go number 10, LL Cool J.
Nice, okay.
9, DMX.
Okay, wow. That's kind of high. Like, he's not lower? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said nothing.
No,
Continue.
that's 9. He's not in my top 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's okay. I'm listening.
Snoop.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
No, that's 8. My bad. 7. All right, hear me out.
All right.
I have a group / an artist.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so and neither one of them have anything to do with the other. But I couldn't take neither one off of my list.
All right.
So I got EPMD as the group.
Okay.
And I also have Little Kim.
Wait, hold up. What?
Hey, yo,
They
what
have
the
nothing to
fuck
do
is
with
that
each other.
pilot?
I thought you was going to say Eric Sermon.
No, Eric Sermon is EPMD.
All right, you have 50 seconds to explain this. What is
All right,
this?
So, again, they have nothing to do with one another.
Here's the Dutchie. Yes, explain that while you smoke. This is ridiculous.
I might need this.
This is ridiculous. Go ahead.
I have to have Little Kim in my top 10.
Okay.
Little Kim was female hip hop in the 90s.
Of course, definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
She was very raunchy. She
Yes.
came out not giving an F, and she was talking to dudes like we was talking to women during that time.
Yes.
I gotta respect that.
Yes.
But legacy-wise, that's why LL is in my top 10. Legacy-wise and what they also meant to the culture and how they started things off as far as people following behind their footsteps.
Okay.
We gotta have EPMD in there. And I can't take neither one off my list.
All right, what's the next number? Fine.
All right, the next one.
I mean, why not just put Junior Mafia there? I mean, it just make more sense or something.
Junior
Like,
Mafia don't belong.
I get it. But EPMD, like,
when you think Junior Mafia, you think C's and D-Rock, right?
but it's Eric Sermon and Paris Smith, not Eric Sermon and Kim.
All right, you trying to be
a little bit. But I mean, because
not mean to curse. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Smarts, leave that one in there. How about that?
But what I'm trying to say is, like, I can't take neither one off my list. They have nothing to do with each other, but I can't take them off my list.
What's the next one? We at number 5 now. Oh, it's number 6?
Number 6.
Okay.
Naughty by Nature.
Cool.
Number 5, Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Number 4, Nas.
Okay.
Number 3, Jay-Z.
Okay.
Number 2, Biggie.
Okay.
Number 1, Tupac.
Okay.
And I challenge anyone to challenge my list, including yourself, sir.
Yo, I will say, top 5. We're barking up some trees.
Okay.
The same redwoods. All right. But let me get to mine real fast. So number 10, I have Scarface.
Why?
Well,
never mind.
No. On top of my head, because what I did was I put 15 rap acts down, and then I had to break them down by to 10. My deal breaker was, what was their album sales? F it. That's what I'm into. Everybody into something. Impact, bars. I'm into album sales. I want to know, did you have a commercial, mainstream American success? So Scarface, with 5 albums, went gold one time. The other 4 albums went double platinum. That's why they call him the king of the South, ladies and gentlemen. Number 10, Scarface.
Well, just before you go to number 9, I just want to say, because
okay.
You know what I mean, I got to pat myself on the back.
Okay.
He don't compare to nobody in my top 10. But get.
Okay, I mean.
Back in the 90s, bro? Nah.
Yo,
sorry.
Listen, let's say that in Houston.
You got a point for Houston.
No, I mean, hey, listen, that's all I'm saying. Well, Houston's a big place. Let's say that stuff in Houston. Let's see how that goes.
I can't do that.
All right.
He's a god in Houston.
That's the point. Thank you. You made my point.
He's not a god to hip hop. He's a god in Houston.
He's the king of the South. He was the president of Def Jam South. What do you mean he's not a god of rap?
Let me ask you a question. Is he more of a god than LL?
Probably.
He's more of a rap god.
He could be.
Than LL Cool J.
I would say yes.
Mr. Mama said knock you out.
Yeah.
Mr. Rock the Bells.
And by the way, I don't have LL in my top 10. I feel bad. He's an honorable mention, but we'll get to that in a second. All right. Number 9, Wu-Tang Clan. Number 8, Bone Thugs in Harmony. And we're talking about just 90s. We're talking about, remember, Wu-Tang only had 2 albums in the 90s, and them doing their solo thing made it even stronger just as a unit. But as a group, though, Bone Thugs had 4 albums. 1 was a dud, but the next 3 each went 4 platinum each. Okay? There you go. Bone Thugs in Harmony. Number 7, Ice Cube. Number 6, DMX. Number 5, Jay-Z. Number 4, Nas. Number 3, Snoop Dogg. Number 2, Biggie. Number 1, Pac.
Snoop is in your top 5.
Snoop was one of the biggest
of the 90s. Yeah, one of the biggest. Snoop, talking about rappers.
Yo, look, okay, he's as a rap act, again, as having commercial American success. Snoop Dogg was one of the biggest rap acts in the 90s, period.
I agree. He's in my top 10.
That's what I'm saying, 90s.
But he's not top 5.
Look, I think Snoop Dogg was bigger than Nas in the 90s, bigger than Jay-Z in the 90s, because West Coast was running in the 90s, okay?
Yeah, Big said, I'm trying
DMX,
to
he was
sell
bigger
records
than
like Snoop.
DMX. You know what I'm saying? He was bigger than Ice Cube. We was bigger than Ice Cube. Because
No, he
Ice
was
Cube
bigger
was
than
early.
Ice-
That's
he was
what I'm
bigger than
saying.
Cube.
That's all I'm saying. That's where I'm at. But let's get to our honorable mentions. Okay, Miles was LL Cool J. Redman was my honorable mention. Like, I really wanted him to be in my top 10 so bad. Like,
He's
I was trying to
mine, too.
find some way. Naughty by Nature was one of my honorable mentions.
Fuck.
Yeah, I couldn't put him in my top 10. Nah, wait. Do I have my album sales on Naughty by Nature? 4 albums. Now this is not bad, though. One time platinum, gold, and then the last one was a dud in the 90s. That was the 1999 album. That was a dud. But, yeah, I mean, they was fine. They was fine. I mean, if I'm not gonna put the locks in there, I ain't gonna put Naughty by Nature in there. Screw it.
So you saying Snoop rap better than Tretch?
Snoop do not rap better than Tretch.
That's
But
all-
Tretch,
that's all I want to know.
but the fact that Tretch.
Next one, you can answer my question.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have no problem with answering a lot of this stuff. Master P. I love Master P. That's my dude. That's a dude that can't rap, but I love him. The first Jeezy. Nah, he's not the first Jeezy, but I'm being funny.
Nah, he's the first Jeezy, definitely. He's definitely the first Jeezy. I'll give you that.
Oh, shoot. But yeah, that's my man. Who else I got in here Outkast. I didn't put
my honorable
Outkast.
mention,
Damn,
too.
my honorable mention. Yeah,
I got
yeah,
Redman, Fugees, Outkast. And even though you don't consider him to be a rapper, I'm going to go with Dre.
That's because The Chronic was so good of an album. He got someone like you, the CEO of an entertainment company, talking about, yeah, like that's what I would did. I would have did that.
Somebody
I would have made my
fact
own
check this.
album. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm an artist.
I believe it was the biggest selling hip hop album in the 90s.
Yeah, I think
I might be wrong.
I think it's one of the 3 greatest rap albums that was ever made. Period.
Yeah, I disagree.
It's one of the top 3 ever. The Chronic.
Sold, yes. Album sold, yes. But
Tell me,
made?
give me 4
Sonically,
albums.
yeah, I got you. Sonically, I'm with you. I think Reasonable Doubt is a better album. I think Nas' first joint is a better album.
Illmatic.
I think Illmatic is a better album.
I would disagree, but okay.
I think Life After Death is a better album.
Nah,
I think All Eyes
see,
on Me
you know
is
what?
a better album.
Yo, oh,
You know what I mean? Like, and that's pop. Like,
that was like 4 albums you said that was better, and I would only agree with 3 of them. So,
which is the one you don't agree with?
hold on. You said
Reasonable Doubt.
I agree with that one.
Life After Death.
I kind of agree with that one.
It Was Written and All Eyes on Me.
I don't agree with It Was Written
You don't agree with It Was Written.
or Illmatic as being better than
5
Chronic.
mics when the source meant something.
That's
5
fine.
mics. 5
That's
mics.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. The Chronic was also a 5 mic
I
album.
can put each album up against each other, and the lyricism and what paints a movie better. is
I'm
definitely It Was Written.
glad you're talking about that, because that it brings me to my monologue and why I want to go talk about Jay-Z and Nas.
Hey, yo, what the f***? This is some Pally right here.
What up, passengers? This is your captain speaking. We'll be arriving in Newark Liberty in about 20 minutes, but if you look out your window, you'll see that famous skyline from New York City. And every time I fly past it, I always think to myself, who's the best MC? Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas? I'm happy that you talked about that, because we're talking about someone that is the better lyricist versus someone that is the better presentation. And I believe that in the most classic rap beef, or the most important rap beef that happened in modern rap, was Jay versus Nas.
I agree.
Because I believe that Jay did the job for Nas, so Nas can put Jay over. Now, y'all like, what are you talking about?
Do that. What you mean did the job?
Yeah, see, this is wrestling terms.
Definitely.
This is wrestling
You
terms.
gotta explain for the folks that don't know.
Real fast, when you do a job, basically, I'm going to lose. I'm going to purposely take this L. Now, I know y'all like, well, wrestling fake. Now, I'm not talking about in that way. We're saying that in the business, in the behind the scenes, I'm going to take this L. So I'm going to explain right now. So when Jay lost to Nas, that means people would know that despite Jay-Z's success, all right, up until 2001, because we're talking about this 90s run, which was an impeccable run thus far, or so far, Nas, it should be recognized as an elite talent who can stand toe-to-toe to Jay-Z, and he can defeat Jay-Z. But like any respectable warrior who suffers defeat, they're going to live to fight another day. They're going to live to regain strength and make like American Gangster, Magna Carta, Entitled, Watch the Throne, Rock Nation, Rihanna, create a lie about infidelity, and even use it in his new hit song with Nas on DJ Khaled's new classic song, Sorry Not Sorry, out now on Tidal. So, Jers, I want to ask you, it's not about the better presentation or about the better. What's up?
Like I'll let you talk. Get your little, you know what I mean?
Yes, okay.
Your little promo on and
I do that well, yes.
But what I'm trying to understand is you made a statement and you was like, first you said he did a job for Nas.
Yeah.
And then you made it seem like Nas wasn't known to be on the same level as Jay-Z when this battle happened.
Well, hold on. Was you saying, okay, let me ask you this. Okay. Let me ask you this. Because the question I wanted to ask you was, do you think that Jay-Z purposely lost that battle so that he could win the war in the future? But we'll get to that in a second. To answer what you just said, what was the question again? So I'll make sure I answer it properly.
Are you saying that Nas was not on the same level as Jay? Because you made a statement like
Nas talent, I think in the American public, on a commercial mainstream level, I think people know that Nas has elite talent. But I think that the success of Nas hasn't churned out in the way that Jay-Z's run has.
During that time?
During that time, definitely.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I could agree with that.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
To a certain level.
To a certain level. I mean, that's like, think about in the NFL. They'll be like, yo, this guy, Derek Carr, has elite talent, but he the 14th best quarterback running around. So basically, I'm running around knowing about your potential. And I know your potential because I've seen you win games. But at the same time, I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you being disrespectful. You just compared Nas to Derek Carr.
Okay, so let me use... No. All right, how about this? Nas can be Aaron Rodgers. And Jay-Z can be Tom Brady.
Okay.
Let's do it like that. I give him all the respect in the world. And I love Aaron Rodgers. Like, Nas is like one of my personal favorite rap artists. And I still got him numbered.
In that analogy, you're saying Nas is better than...
I think Nas does some things better than Jay-Z. Nas is a better lyricist. Point blank, period. No, Nas is a better lyricist. But see what? You know what makes you say like that? I'm going to tell you why. Because Jay-Z's a better presenter. He presents. He delivers what he wants to say well.
His delivery is second to none.
That's what I'm saying. And presentation means something. Presentation. I don't think people really understand how, presentation helped Lil Wayne become that booty 400 degrees rapper. And then he changed his style, presented himself different, like his delivery with the punchlines. He started rhyming like a New Jersey type dude. Double entendres, all that goofy. Well, not goofy, that's actually kind of dope. But it was goofy because I'm like, this Southerner don't really spit like this. He came out here wilding and he turned up. He turned the mixtape game upside down.
Ghostwriters.
Hey, listen. Whatever you want to say, it ain't work for Gilly.
It didn't work for Gilly.
It ain't work for Gilly, but it did work for Weezy.
But Gilly didn't have momentum. Weezy did.
But look, man, somebody gotta ride Stagecoach while the train moving.
Nas is a god.
Yes, absolutely.
Jay-Z is a god.
Absolutely.
Now, my personal favorite of the two is Jay-Z.
Okay.
However,
all right.
No, he did not lose the battle so that he can win the war. He actually tried to win the battle. He started the battle.
Okay.
Technically. When I say he started the battle, I mean he put out a commercial record on a commercial album.
He did.
Going at Nas. It was hard. You understand what I'm saying? There was subliminals going back and forth before that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. There was another commercial record, Is That Your Chick, with Missy Elliott and Memphis Bleak. Like, people don't get into the real behind the scenes deep, you know what I mean? But whatever. It was initiated, like the flag was set down, I declare war when he released Takeover. Nas was quiet for like 5 months.
For a little bit, yeah, right? He was.
That's a long time. Especially in today's era. That's a long time.
I mean, it was 2001, though.
We'll come back to that in a minute.
Right.
That's still a long time.
I know, I dig it.
You feel what I'm saying?
I dig it. I feel you.
Because I remember when Beans and Jada went at it, it was like every day. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, he waited a long time and he came back with Ether. Now, I am a huge Jay-Z fan. Anyone that knows me will tell you that I'm going to go hard for Jay.
Right.
But that record,
Ether, right?
Destroyed Jay.
That was the greatest rap beef song ever.
Now, when the question was, did he do the job so that he could win the war?
Yeah.
The answer is no, because he went to Hot 97 After Ether came out,
Okay.
and released Super Ugly. That's him trying to win the battle.
I see what you're saying.
Effort.
Me and AI got
battle.
more in common. More in balling and rhyming. Get it? More in common. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you.
The rest of the song was trash.
So
he admits this.
Here, all right. I could sum my thing up pretty quick. Hopefully, like in 50 seconds. So basically, my thing is the reason why I say he purposely lost, because the songs that you put out, that doesn't matter. I'm looking at the next 10 years after that. So they both put out albums after 2002, 2003. A bunch of albums. And then on top of that...
Not a bunch, but I got you.
I
get your point. I get your point.
When they're supposed to be like, we about to be done with this. The next era about to come, and then poof, 4 or 5 more albums. I'm like,
I got you.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And I mean, and to Jay-Z and Nas' credit, they have put out some really good albums in their afterpass of their, their post-retirement era of their music.
Yeah, to Jay's credit, but I got you.
You don't think some Nas put out some classics? I'm not gonna say classics, but he put out some good albums.
After
2003?
So after Stillmatic.
I would say after Stillmatic, yes.
Godson.
Godson, that was a good album.
That's it.
That was it?
That's it.
You don't like the N-word?
No.
Or the Untitled one?
No.
No? What about the new one?
No.
Really?
Well, I haven't heard the new one.
With Spicy in it?
You talking about the one that just came out?
With Spicy in it? With ASAP Ferg?
Weeks ago. Yeah, I haven't heard,
FIFO
I haven't heard that one. Everyone before that one?
Yeah.
Trash.
Oh, man.
And I like Nas is on my top 5.
I mean,
I believe
444. Magna Carta was a good album. I like 444. That was classic.
Jay-Z hasn't released a bad album since that.
I feel you on that. I feel
Maybe
you on
Blueprint 2.
You mean Blueprint 3?
No, Blueprint 2.
You don't like Blueprint 2 was kind of
that was the double album.
That was the double album. That was a bit much. If it was one album, it'd have been fine.
The Black album?
Yeah.
Fire.
That was crazy.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. He presents his stuff well. Like most of his stuff is just well themed out. It's themed on something. Like the Black Album was supposed to be his farewell. He had the documentary. He over here at Timberland Studio. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he's such a presenter. And my thing is, I just feel like, yo, you know what? He ran Def Jam. Then he got Nas a job at Def Jam. Got Nas a couple of albums over there. Then they start doing shows together. Now they doing these songs together. I just feel, and then now it's a different version of Jay now. Like yo, I don't know if you realizing this lately, but if you heard that Jay-Z verse in What's Free, I said, hold up, this is a new Jay. Jay doing that mega herbal spirituality conscious.
Fair right now. Bro.
I'm just saying though, like this new Hove is at a different. This is like a Hove that like I feel like people that didn't like Jay and was like he always on some business. He never want to talk that real. You getting it now. You getting it now. That's what I'm saying. And it sound bold and it sound very, honestly, it sound pilot. It sound like a leader going on. And I just feel like maybe he took that L just to like, cause mind you, that L ain't slow him down.
Yeah, but
that L ain't slow him down.
It's two different mentalities, bro. Like you got one that came in the game as a CEO, as a boss. That's Jay. He came in partnering with Def Jam. He didn't get no record deal. No, he got a distribution deal partnership.
Okay.
Rockefeller with Def Jam.
Right, okay.
Nas came in as an artist.
Thank you for flying the late night flight. We're about to get to our next destination. But before we do, we strongly recommend to drink responsibly and pass that bong to me. You feel me? I got bars. Oh, and give us a follow on Instagram at The Late Night Flight. And give us a like on Facebook, The Late Night Flight. And thank you for flying the late night flight.
So are you ready?
I am. I'm sorry. I was ready, but I wanted to be a little extra. I'm so sorry about that. I won't be extra. I won't be extra. Come on. I got you.
All right, Nasor. Are you ready?
Hell yeah, I'm ready for you.
All right. Welcome to Disaster Dating 101. I'm Natasha Renee.
And I am the sexiest man that you have ever known. I am the victorious one. The greatest Henny Badger who has ever lived. The 5'5" brick himself. Nasor Nuro.
Come join this disastrous journey where we talk about our dating horror stories.
Real issues.
And how we can work through these issues in today's society. And today's episode is, let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the magnums that we used up. No? Okay, I'm sorry.
No. No.
I mean, that would have been a good remix.
I'm trying not to get in trouble this episode.
Well, I mean, listen, I think that our producer should know. That's right. Our producer now, you're part of this with us. Our producer should not know about the things that we used to do. Okay. If we did do anything.
We didn't do anything. But everybody always assumes. So we just going to keep it like that.
That's what I like to do. I love doing things like that. I'm with you. Yo, word, you slapped that fat chick around in the butt and all that stuff? Like, yeah, I sure did. Yep, I sure did. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway, but let's talk about the sex. What's going on? Oh, matter of fact, that's my line. So I listened to one of my favorite episodes on your podcast, the Disaster Dating 101 podcast. Please find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff. And you were having this kink style not conversation. It was a story about how you met this, I don't mean to put his nationality out there. It doesn't really matter, but he was a brother. And you really talked some very kinky things. I mean, because today, with the masculine, feminine energy that's running around, and I was saying, let's talk about that. I want to talk about that. And you was like, no. I got a story that shows like me being dominant, like domineering to a man. Like I made this man my female dog. I said, what? Oh, now let's talk about that, baby. So let's talk about that. I want to hear about this.
So before I start the conversation, yes, I have to ask you, like I asked Robin, are you vanilla?
Okay, so quick answer is no, I'm chocolate. And then sexually, hell no, I'm not vanilla. Continue.
All right. So for the audience who doesn't know, when someone asks you, are you vanilla? Basically, they're asking you, are you into kinky sex? Are you into bondage? I mean, it doesn't have to be all of that, but are you into things that are not just missionary and you being on your back and that's it? So I dated someone for like almost 2 years, and he was into me being the dom, and he wanted me to slap him around, and he wanted me to call him my. In that episode, I discussed, because I don't know if you mentioned it. Did you mention it? Oh my gosh, I can't. Stop it.
I'm sorry. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to be quiet so the world can hear this. I got you on mute and everything talking about something. No, I didn't hear nothing. You tell America, okay? I am here to talk after you tell the kinky story. Come on.
You can't, like, your face. You messed me up. That's how Antoine was, too.
Let me get my lotion. 1 second. No, I'm just playing. Come on.
All right. So in the episode, I discussed some of the things that we were into. And when we were actually on break on the episode, I didn't know that the guys were able to hear me. So I was talking to my co-host, Robin, and I was telling her, she was like, wow, Tasha, that's some kinky stuff. And I was like, well, Robin, it's a little bit more kinky than what you think. I said, because it was a time when him and I had sex and he on my foot and licked up the. Can I get? Are you there?
Oh my God! Oh my God! I mean, listen. Wait. Did you say the part about him basically cleaning it up off your feet?
I said he licked it up. Oh, he licked it up.
Because see, that's the part where for me
he opened his whole mouth and put my foot in his mouth. Yes.
Hey, yo, this that palette right here. This is crazy. I mean, all right, hold up. So first of all, what's a foot doctor called?
A podiatrist.
Did you go see one? Did you go see one like at least 2 days after? Like, yo, doc, this man just he just on my toes. Like, what's going on?
No, but I was in shock for like a couple of days. I'm not gonna lie, because that was something that I have never like experienced. Like, I'm used to him. He would like, I would put on like the thigh high boots and he would like kneel and kiss him and want me to slap him and stuff like that. But that I was not ready for.
Hey, yo, what the f***? This is some pally right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an announcement. Hold up a second. Girl, you see that fine-ass brother in those doodle-stained Jordans? Face of a god, but feet of a toilet. Fellas, don't be dusty.
Check me out. Yeah, I like to tell people that I am one of the best dressed men in Essex County, but guess what? Like I said, I'm one of them. Here's another one of them, all right? He is the one and only Matches Malone. He has one of the best segments in Essex County running, and he's going to do it on the late night flight. It's called Don't Be Dusty. Matches, why are we asking people not to be dusty?
I just think that it's a matter of self-importance.
Yes.
There's an opportunity for yourself, but also the eyes that are looking.
Yeah.
We just aesthetically, we just want to make sure that everything around us is beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I like to look at beautiful things.
Yeah, so, do your part. Don't litter. Don't be dusty. Same thing.
I agree.
Yeah, so...
What are we doing? I thought we was doing something about summer dresses.
Oh, yeah. So this for the people this time is warming up.
Yep.
For those out there. And so it's sundress season.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful season.
It's a beautiful thing.
Season. But I just want to make sure that the females out there that's partaking in sundress season are partaking appropriately.
Okay.
So for my slim thick girls out there, my slick girls out there, make sure that your sundress is fitting appropriately. So the sundress is supposed to just kind of drape over. You kind of see the cheeks jiggle a little bit. Just kind of give you a nice little drape. Kind of give you a silhouette of the shape so you can appreciate it when the wind blows or you get that stride going. So
it's good to get that illusion as a man. That illusion of that shape. You don't know what it is, but you kind of know what it is. That type of feel.
Yeah, and I know these things come like small, medium, large, or whatever the case may be. So it's not necessarily sized perfectly for everybody. But make sure you get the one that's most appropriately sized for you, because if you kind of slimmer out there on the slim side and it's too big, you look like you got a pillowcase with pillowcase over with some spaghetti straps. Make sure that you got it sized properly so you can still kind of catch that figure a little bit.
Well, what about if they're a little bit more voluptuous?
That's cool. Same thing, even better. Just make sure it's sized appropriately, because it's not a bodycon dress, it's a sundress.
Right,
so it's supposed to accentuate the silhouette. So we don't want to see crevices. We don't want to see crevices and wrinkles, and hugging. We want to see, flowy dresses and just catching a glimpse of the drapery.
What if they're, because I know we talked about the slim thick, but what if they're just slim, like olive oil slim though?
Well, I mean, then again, like, there's different strokes for different folks. So maybe the sundress isn't for you.
Okay.
So when you're in the store, make the assessment.
Okay.
Take a good look at yourself. Take a good look at the model that you're seeing it in that inspired you to take a look at that and be real. Is that me? Is that similar? Is that representative of what I got going on? And do I have that? Is that made for? And if it's not, it's okay. Because there are other things. Right. There are other things that are more appropriate that are for you. Not everything is for everybody. And I know sundresses are popular, and especially I know that, in the summertime it get hot.
Right.
You just throw something on, kind of flowy. But just make sure that it's for you.
What type of assessment for men that they should go through when we dealing with the summer, we dealing with the spring summer going on?
So it's t-shirt, tank top season out here. So
make
sure if you're going to go with the tank.
Yeah.
You're tanking appropriattle. The tanking ain't for everybody. You usually want to see someone a little bit more, no homo, but pause, but a little more meat on their bones. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We don't want to see no skeletons out here. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see, ribs. Like, ribs is not something that, I shouldn't be assess your nutrition, your diet.
Yeah.
Off of that. So make sure that you are aesthetically appropriate for the tank. And it's okay. Sleeves are cool.
Sleeves are cool.
I was a sleeve guy.
Right.
I was a sleeve guy for a long time. I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Because sleeves work for me. If sleeves work for you, you'll go out there and be the best sleeve man you can be. If tanks work for you, go out there, show it off. And just find a balance. I think that's the most important thing with all of this. And the don't be dusty is just finding the balance of aesthetic and appropriateness.
Thank you for flying the late night flight. Shout out to all the pilots who contribute to the fastest rising podcast. If you want to contribute, DM us at the late night flight.
Okay, this is good. We're good.
At the Blueprint Cafe.
Blueprint Cafe. Blueprint Cafe.
All right.
All right, people.
We are live. We are live at the Blueprint Cafe. You are live with me, of course, your pilot, Natsua Nuru. But I need to let the people know. There are times where I need to reach my chi, and I want you to do it with me. And I need some help. I'm not going to lie to you. I need help. That's why I have Lei The Fairie here, ladies and gentlemen. My spiritual herbalist, your spiritual herbalist. She's going to give us a collective read. She's going to give us our energy of the day. Please follow her on Instagram at Lei The Fairie. That's LEITHEFAIRIE. But
Yes.
Lei, you go ahead. Give us that spirituality, love.
Thank you. So before we begin, all the listeners, I need you all to just tap into that breath. I need you to breathe in strongly through your nose wherever you are. I don't care what you're doing. Breathe in strongly through the nose and exhale loudly through the mouth. I'll be using my deck here, the Chakra Insight Oracle. And we're going to begin. So today what I'm seeing here is we need to have, the card I have is Will. And then I'm also seeing here, I have reversed home. So let me get into what this means. Right now, we are being called to step into our will, to have self-control. We need to be assertive with the things we want and what we are requiring, because you are the only person who knows the direction over your life. If you are not expressing this direction, if you are not having self-control for the things you want and allowing others to sway you, there will be a problem. You will start being regretful. You will be resentful. You will be looking at people as if they owe you something and no one owes you anything. You are responsible for stepping into your assertiveness, for using your voice. When you need a sense of direction, if you are feeling like you have none, it means it's time for you to take a break and regain that inspiration and find it again. And that's what I see here, the home card. Some of us need to be nurturing to ourselves. We have a card here that's reminding us that what does our shelter look like? What does safety mean for us? How are we demonstrating warmth? How are we loving on ourselves? Does our home reflect that? How are we nurturing the direction that we are trying to go? And I'm going to just let you all think about what that means for you, because it's going to be different for everyone. And that's the beauty of it. We are not one and the same. We are all different coming together. So when I ask you, how are you asserting the direction over your life? What are you doing? How are you expressing that? And every step that you take throughout the day, how is that an expression of what you want for yourself? And this is what the cards are showing me. It's showing me that we need to step into that comfort. It's okay to rest. I know you're trying to go hard. I know it's things you want, but you cannot reach a burnout from ignoring that nurturing side of yourself. Some of us, especially women, I'm seeing, we're carrying this over masculine energy where we feel we cannot accept help from anyone. And this card is showing me there is nurture in help. There is safety in help. You have to trust. And above all, you have to speak. And before I end, if you follow chakras, what these cards are showing me is working on that throat chakra and then also your root chakra. This is your stability. Where are you feeling that your stability is threatened, and who is threatening it? Because you have the power over your life. And my last card I see is insight. Having that understanding, having that awareness and that self-evaluation. Check yourself before you allow anyone else to check you for you. You have to be self-aware. You have to be mindful of what you're saying. You have to be mindful of how you're talking to yourself. And rebuild that home. And this is what the journey is today. The energy of the day is showing me you have to practice self-evaluation to know what you need to build a stable foundation and take control. Be assertive and be very direct with what you need out of your life. And I'm going to end it there. If if this reading resonates with you, amazing. If it doesn't, keep it in your pocket and pull it out later, because it's going to show up later, okay? And I'm here if you have any questions or if you like a one-on-one session.
Hey, yo, what the f***? This is some palace right here.